right, and we're live. All right, that just registered with YouTube. That's good. Let's see who's in the chat. Maria, I can't even talk. Maria, how's it going? Rev, what's up? Kennedy, Charmaine, Tippa TV. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Steph, how's it going? Webb, who else is in here? Nubs, Brandy, what's up?
Rev's not here. She's invisible.
Huh?
Rev said she's not here. She's invisible. And the lie detector test determined that's a lie.
That's a lie. Well, how's it going, Rev? AFMC Trips. How's it going? Elise, how's it going? Greg, what's up? Sam Hudley, what's up? Country Boy Explorer, how's it going? Sorry for the late start, guys. We were just waiting for somebody else to pop on, and they're running a little bit behind, but that's all right. They'll be here shortly. So I got my beautiful girl with me to start with. So
Where?
You.
Oh, me? Oh.
I play games.
I don't know about this beautiful thing. I am a girl, though.
You are beautiful. Stop. Don't you start with that. Brandy saying tarot. Huh?
He forced me. I didn't even want to be here. I was told there was Skittles once again.
Did I say that? No, I didn't.
No Skittles.
Where's Tina?
Skittles anymore. Huh? Tina's
I don't know where Tina is. I don't know where Tina is. I haven't seen her around lately. What's up, Rain?
Tippa said you're beautiful.
They're talking to you, not me.
No, talking to you because you're beautiful.
No.
So pretty. Look at that pretty face.
No. Pam Warren, how's it going? Appreciate you guys showing up. So I know it's like a random stream. I thought of this a week and a half ago. I thought it'd be interesting to get, the couples up here, like Gold Coast Paranormal, Grinch and Wacky. They have other stuff going on, so they're not able to show up. I don't know if Nubs and Milan were available or not. I know they had stuff going on. But if they were available, they could definitely pop up. Florana, how's it going? But yeah, this is just to talk about what it's like to, date a YouTuber, I guess, as you want to call it, and talk about what we have coming up for content for the channels and just chat.
Lee's chatting? What are we chatting about? Rev brought Skittles.
Yeah.
Told she's got Skittles. You don't bring Skittles, so.
I wasn't told to bring Skittles, so.
No Skittles, no M&Ms.
You wasn't told to bring M&Ms either.
You know the rules? I bring.
What rules? What rules? I wasn't told to bring any Skittles or M&Ms at all.
Sleep before the live started.
I don't recall you saying that.
You wanna argue? You wanna have our first YouTube argument right here? You want to?
Oh, John, that's you, man. I didn't know you changed your name again, man. Hopefully you're doing good, bro. Web wants Skittles. Melissa, how's it going?
I'm Melissa. Hi, everyone. If I missed you, I'm sorry.
Oh, we got 16 people in here.
Anyway, so, babe, what's it like to date a YouTube star? I'm not one, but we'll ask you.
Why would you flip it on me? It's kind of you're answering that question.
To that one? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It's not any different than dating anyone else. Like, you shower me with love and affection all the time.
Yeah.
I come by random people that I don't know a lot more. It's weird. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that you check my DMs.
Yeah, that is something that people need to understand too. I mean, but like, would you ever thought that you would be dating somebody like me from YouTube?
Never. That oh no. That was I don't know how to describe that. That kind of dumbfounds me a little bit, because it was by chance that you even spoke to me, much less gave me the time of day and started dating me. So my cutie that I chased because of the infamous mayonnaise pizza. Not that I like mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise. But I said if somebody could eat mayonnaise on pizza and look that cute, So that's when I went and decided to figure out who this little hunk of stuff was. I didn't even know his name or anything. And then I found you on YouTube. I was like, took that wild little crazy chance in your live that one night at 3:00 in the morning to say hi. And then I messaged you on Twitter. I pursued him, believe it or not. He did not pursue me. I started it. It was
Yeah, for those who want to say that I was the one that went after her. Oh, Alice, you didn't have to do that. Come on. I appreciate that.
But no, I pursued him. I thought he wasn't interested in me at first either. I was pissed for
Yeah, you were a little agitated. You're like, when am I gonna reply back?
he wouldn't talk to me. Like, I tried so hard for like 3 days. I was like, so tell me something interesting about you. Like what? Heck you mean like what? Like something. That's what I asked. And no, you still haven't answered that question either. So
Well, we'll talk about that
now
off stream. But look where we are now, though. We're further than just dating. So,
yeah.
Who would have thought that?
What made you propose to me? Because he's the one that proposed.
Yeah. It was.
That way. He proposed. I'm like, wow, getting used to this stuff.
I don't even like. I've told you before, but it's like, it's just your genuine kindness, your overall loyalty. Like, just
I do that bad?
Huh?
Kindness. I fooled you that bad?
You didn't know. Stop. You playing. Oh, there they are.
Hey.
There you are. What's up?
What's up?
All right, guys. So sorry.
Everybody's Gold Coast?
We made it by the. I don't know how we just like flew into the house and set everything up and.
No, you're fine. They were stuck in traffic, guys, and they got baby to put to bed and stuff, so they were a little late. But it's okay. We took up time. And Rev, yes, we know you're a minister. We know you're a minister.
Yeah, Rev, you're gonna be there. I don't know why you're just saying you're a minister, because you're gonna be there.
We kind of haven't had the chance to ask you yet, but
yeah, that's why I said message me later, Rev. That's why.
But no, never mind. She ain't got to message you, Rev. Will you preside over our wedding? Will you marry us? Asked in front of the whole world.
Yeah,
and I'm dead serious. We talked about this a while ago.
Yeah,
we want you to marry us.
Rev, insert big cheesy grin here.
Marry us.
She said yes with a bunch of yeses after. Love you, Rev.
Love you.
Oh my god, that's so exciting, guys.
So are you gold or are you coast? Because there's only half of you on right now. So which one are you, gold or coast?
I'll be gold.
Yep, that's right. Gold and gray.
No, he's feeding the dogs because he would never hear us if they did not eat, apparently, because they act like they never eat.
I'm pretty sure my parents fed them like 6 times today too, because we don't have any more dogs.
So we were just talking about what it's like for someone to date a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel. I don't really use it anymore. I used to, so I'm not nearly as big of a YouTuber as Fluffy is. So that question was more towards me. But you guys were together before your channel. So what's it like to be a couple that starts a channel on YouTube? What's that like? And how does that play into the dynamic of your relationship and stuff like that?
It's amazing to grow it together. In the beginning, there was definitely some like bickering and back and forth about like what would it be, what would it be called, and I think once we kind of landed on like the final idea, it's been awesome to grow it with you. I don't think I'd want to do it with anyone else. I mean,
I know I wouldn't do it with anyone else.
So
I mean, the other thing is that like you have like people have to remember that editing as well, and I'm sure Fluffy you could also understand this. Editing is hard. So that's where like I feel Ethan and I actually even bonded more, to the point where he was actually teaching me how to edit. So if I didn't like something that he like added in, and I would have to like know how to go back and fix it. And I am not technology savvy, so it took like also it's a learning experience, and working together is a huge thing in a marriage. And
the first time you said, "Hey, let me edit a video," it was the greatest relief in my life, because I'm like, I don't have to do it again.
I mean, you know, it's something new for both of us that, you know, we never thought of doing when we got married. And, you know, being a team is really how we get by, and how we edit, how we put out content, how we even investigate. I hope that's like a good enough answer.
So, does the YouTube channel that bond you guys that kind of cause any wedges? Is there ever a point where you guys were like, maybe we shouldn't do this, or are you guys like, oh, this is totally for us?
There were definitely moments when I was like, do we really like want to put our faces out there? We're parents.
I mean, even more especially like when I went back to work recently, I'm working weekends, and we're like, are we even going to have the time for this anymore?
Right.
And all of a sudden, we're weekday explorers now and investigators, and it's weird.
And get stuck in
rush hour traffic. I'm not used to this.
Well, we're grateful because we found you on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Through Nubs. Thank you, Nubs.
Yeah. Nubs is in the chat. I know he is. I mean, people
actually are very, very first supporter, our first like pep talk person, where he was like, you guys are doing awesome. Keep doing this. Do not stop.
He's amazing.
And I will never forget, I would join his lives. Well, we would join his lives.
You would join his lives as almost like falling asleep.
And I was like, wow, you know, like this guy is really supportive. And then he started posting about Twitter on Instagram. And I'm like, well, if Nubs is doing it, I feel like I have to do it. And, you know, we were actually watching Fluffy's videos before we even made a channel. Because we're always looking up like other channels. And so it was really cool to like tweet Fluffy and be like, hi.
And then somehow we got 9 different social medias.
Look where it led me.
Yes, but you know what? At the same time, like, we got to meet. So I'm just like, it's a win-win.
Yep. I was actually out at dinner when I stumbled into your guys' live, and I was like, hi. And so everybody's like, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing, because I was on my phone the whole time. They were doing trivia. It was great, because I love trivia. And I realized it was, I was like, I could mess with this guy. He's cool. He's got some intelligence. He's got some smarts. Most people don't like talking to me because I'm like, I'll use big words or something, and they're like, what does that even mean? And I'm like, oh, here's a dictionary.
Here's a dictionary.
But yeah, I spent more time in school than I have been out of school, so I love learning, and so trivia has always been like a fun thing for me.
I enjoy it as well. I enjoy trivia, but it's like when I know what the answer is to that question. Like I know it, I'll answer it. If I don't know it, I'll just sit back and watch other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be like, I knew that. I just didn't want to be stupid and say something wrong.
That's me. It's like, I don't want to seem stupid, so I'm not going to answer this. It gets,
But,
you know,
so it was
I've always been like
live
the one to be like, you do it, Ethan. You answer. You seem stupid instead.
Same goes for exploring too. You jump through that window. See how high up it is.
It's horrible.
Hint: it's never 3 feet.
But no, I'm glad like we all met this way. Like I would like if you told me 4 years ago that I was gonna start a channel, and when I was in school I was gonna grow my channel to where it is now, and meet the people I met and find my girl and find you guys and find everyone else in the chat here, I would say they're crazy. Like I didn't even think this was gonna happen at all. I didn't even think my channel was gonna take off. I really didn't. Thought I was gonna be stuck at like maybe 500 if I was lucky.
Bro, we didn't think we were getting past 100.
We all think that, and look, it's.
We always like joke about it's like, wow, like however many subs we have, like we hit 500 a few weeks ago, thanks to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at each other and we're like, 500 people want to watch our content? Like,
it's kind of crazy.
You have amazing content. You guys really do. Like, your videos are really good. So if we have mods that are available, if you can drop Gold Coast link in the chat so we can get them closer to their goal. What was their goal, babe? 800?
I want to get them to 800, but I want to get them even closer to 1K. Like, if we can get them to like 820 or 815 or anything like that, above and over 800, so they don't go under, would be good. Because I know before the end of the spring is over, they'll be at 1K. And spring hasn't even started yet. So.
Yeah.
I always forget you have the Massachusetts accent.
I make him pronounce words all the time. Like
she does all the time. She's like, "What'd you say? Say it again."
Babe, where'd you get your pens at?
Target.
I love it.
People.
What is the
my God. Can you say that you have to park the car?
What was that, babe? You said?
What was the opposite of dumb?
Duncan's?
No, dumb. Like, not smart.
Oh, retarded.
Not smart is what?
Huh?
Say it. Just say the word smart.
Smart.
I love it. I can't.
See, I have like a whole sentence that I usually make all my friends from Boston say. And I parked the car in Harvard Yard and paid the guy $0.25. It's just every time it gets me.
Say the whole sentence.
Say the whole sentence?
Yes.
Well, I parked the car in Harvard Yard and paid the guy $0.25.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, so when we finally meet up, I am literally recording your voice doing this.
That's
and
gonna be
every time you text me, this is what's gonna pop up on my phone.
No, it's when he's laughing. He's wheezing. Everybody loves that.
Oh yeah, Wacky heard my laugh for the first time on her stream, and she thought it was a fake laugh.
It took her like 10. She was like, "Is that really him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's his laugh." Yeah.
What did you think when you heard my laugh, babe? Like when you first heard it, like I know you've seen it in Omar before, but
in Omar's video, I was like, "What the is that sound?" I was like, "They're speaking in the video. What is that?" And then I'm watching him laugh, and I'm like, "He must got asthma," because I've heard the asthma laughs before, and I'm like, "Oh boy." Yeah, if I can think he's still cute when he sounds like a car that won't turn over, that's fun.
I have the asthma laugh too, so Fluff, we're kind of screwed if we both asthma laugh with these two.
Hey, we're all set. If you stop,
they're gonna leave us behind and be like, we don't know them.
That's good.
Oh my god. I can't wait to finally meet up with you guys. I'm giving you the
Right.
biggest hugs and I'm not letting go.
It's funny. We spent 5 hours driving today, and like the
It
whole
was a
time
lot more than 5.
it was like six,
There's
six and a half,
no
something like
way.
that. And I'm sitting in my head. I'm like,
Right, Chris?
you know, we could have made it to Massachusetts in this time. We could have done it.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank
Yes,
you,
guys.
Rose.
If you haven't checked them out, definitely do so. And of course, can you guys drop my girl's link as well? I know she hasn't posted any content in a while, but when she's ready, she will. Whenever she decides to. But
Never.
still show her channel some support and love.
This is the first time you guys are seeing my face in a panel since 4th Valentine's Day.
Panel person. Cough, cough.
Yeah, it's been quite a bit. What up, Rob? How's it going, man? Vodka
I'm no
Vamp.
longer
how's it
somebody-
going? Huh?
I'm no longer some shadow person. I was supposed to be Rev's shadow person. That was the last shadow event I was gonna do, but she doesn't come on panels anymore, so can't be her
Yep.
shadow person. I'm just
Do you guys want me to log on in the comments and share Jen's?
you don't need to share.
She tells people not to. I know I don't have to, but I want to anyway because that's just how I am, and she knows that. She knows that firsthand. She does all the time.
Yeah, I'm learning your kind heart because people are just not.
People with this fake kind heartness. I am so mean. I am not kind. What's wrong with you people?
Yes, you are. Stop. You are kind to people that are nice to you and that you love. Those who are rude, then that's a whole different side.
Hold up. I'm kind to everybody. But when you overstep your boundaries with me, the kindness goes away. Overstep your boundaries with my friends, the kindness goes away real quick. So be supportive. You don't like somebody, walk on. But don't disrespect people in my life or anybody else's because I'm going to call you out on it.
Yep, exactly.
Point blank. But other than that, I love you all. Love you all.
Thank you, Rev, for the link. Appreciate that. So AFMC Trips is a friend of mine from high school.
Oh wow!
So he definitely has been a huge supporter as well for the longest time. He doesn't watch a whole lot of the content because he's busy with work and stuff. But when he does, I know he'll watch the channel and stuff. Plus, he's been a member for so long. So, bro, I appreciate that, John. You've always been there, always since day one. So I appreciate that. It's all good, Rev. No worries. There's no rush with that.
Rev, you're doing awesome.
Rob says Jen is a sweetheart.
I love you too, Rob. Rob is a sweetheart. If you haven't subscribed to Michigander Man or Rob, you need to go check his stuff. He is an amazing guy. He goes live and he's always like eating a sandwich, and it's just so.
Just the ASMR of it.
That's the real question.
Rob is amazing. Please go subscribe to Rob.
So what do you guys? I mean, we were just kind of going off of a whim, but what do you guys have coming up for like content, or what do you guys plan on having for traveling trips and all that?
We had a video, we had footage done that got corrupted, and that was supposed to be the video for this week. So last night we decided to like throw something together, go to a local spot, and it wound up being some of the actually craziest paranormal activity we've
What I was
had.
texting you guys last night.
Yes, I gotta throw that together.
Yeah, you were supposed to get better footage. That's why it corrupted your video. Things happen for a reason.
But it was a whole different location.
I have the chills talking about it because of how creepy yesterday was.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Today we traveled to 3 different locations.
We tried 4. I tried for scoping out a hospital for us in New York, and let me tell you,
I even tried just talking to the security guard.
We did.
Just went all out. I'm like, I can't find any way around this. I'm just gonna knock on the front door, basically. And the guy was
Easiest
really
way
cool. He was like, listen, if there wasn't a camera behind me, I'd let you go right past me. But apparently the owners like watch it very tightly. So
Wow,
Did you guys give me any money at all? Like I'll pay you like $100 to let me go through, or
I don't make enough money to offer people money.
I was like gonna ask him if he could like call the owners and be like, "Hey, there's a few historians here that just want to take a picture of the outside of the building."
Yeah, I was like, I'm not any of those crazy urbexers. I don't want to go inside. I just want to take a picture.
I don't roll around in asbestos.
Meanwhile, I'm covered in asbestos from the first 3 locations we went to, so the guy was looking at me like I was insane. But
I tried. Actually, though, we did go to a house, and I was like, okay, I think Fluffy and Jen would really like this place. It's a gorgeous home.
There's
But
two of them we went to.
The garage was open. It was welcoming at first. You go, slide on in. I got instant bad vibes, and I said, nope, I am not taking Fluffy and Jen here. This seems like a bad idea.
So there came I, the one that was sent inside, and I found a full-blown, very detailed, drawn pentagram upstairs on the 2nd floor. And that could very well be why you did not want to go inside.
I got to like the stairs that led up to like the 1st floor, and it was almost like I felt like blocked. Like there was a wall that I just like should not go through, or like a door I should not go through. So I was like, if I feel this way, Jen's gonna be out. She'll probably be running down the fucking street, down the flipping street. And there were turkeys down there that looked pretty violent. So I kind of cut that one short.
It's been a very interesting day.
I got to see sheep.
She saw sheep. She saw cows. She saw horses.
They'll understand though. Like when we're in the car, I see animals, I tend to scream out what they are.
Our friend that we were with today was not mentally prepared for it at all. Not.
Well, what about you, Fluff? I know you're working on releasing some videos, but what are your future videos?
So me and Jen actually. So I know, babe. Should I even announce this now, or should I wait? Since we still have some time. I mean, I'm gonna go see Jen in about a month. In April, I'm gonna go to California and see Jen.
I can't. I can't.
So she has a lot of different locations for her and I to go to that I've never stepped foot on ever. I've never been to California in my life. This is the very first time I'm going to be going to these locations or seeing anything like that. So
that's awesome. You're gonna have a blast. You two are the dream team.
That is going to be awesome.
So I have that coming up. That's within about a month from today. From this point, from today on, is about a month.
You
so
guys
that's coming up.
FaceTime us or something when you guys are together.
Yeah. And then I also want to start switching up my content a little bit because I know with the whole paranormal thing, it's not really as popping as it used to be. It still is, but it's not the best. So,
look at you, beautiful.
She's so gorgeous.
No, I'm not. I had to
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Stop. Yes, you are. Yes, Wacky says we're all going to investigate the Fizz Rug tunnel. Yes.
Oh,
my sister.
that's...
Hi.
So yeah, I'm also thinking of switching up my content a little bit from going from the paranormal to more of like cold case related videos, like stuff that has been, closed but hasn't really been solved. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do with each case that's in the surrounding area of me, and then when I go to California, I'll do the same thing.
That is
it's something different.
That is pretty cool. I mean,
You have our support, as you know, but also just that sounds like you could also be potentially helping people that do need closure.
And yeah, there's definitely a lot
was really
because
big.
yeah.
I'm learning that, you know,
agenda.
you yelled at me, just accept it.
Yeah, and for real. Like seriously, it really any help goes a long way. It really does. Especially with the cold cases though, that's huge. Like if you can even get some sort of information to help, even if the person's gone, God forbid, you can still help that family get some sort of closure to help, you know, relieve themselves of knowing that that person that did that crime is behind bars.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need help, I'm basically an internet FBI agent, so if you ever need help, just reach out. I like to think I'm good at research, but
in this black shirt, you are actually just a floating head.
I know, I look like a floating head.
Oh,
I look down and I'm like, wait, you really?
oh God,
Yo, abandoned playground. That's who we were with today. Stuck in traffic forever.
I think my girl's phone froze. Oh no, there she is. It's in and out a little bit.
It could even be our Wi-Fi.
I have really bad internet.
No, it's the internet over there for her.
No, I just really bad.
Yeah.
It's really windy right here where we get
Really?
a lot of the really bad Santa Ana winds, and they're really, really bad right now. So
Did you hear where she just said she is?
Santa
Who
Ana?
else lives there?
In Santa Ana?
Yeah,
No one that I know.
your cousin.
Not in Santa Ana.
Yes.
Mission Beach.
No.
Yeah.
close
No.
enough.
Santa Barbara?
Close enough. Close enough.
Hey,
Um,
Reg.
Dude, I grew up going every weekend, so close enough. Close
yeah.
enough.
So that's exactly what I want to start trying to transition to is do that because there's so many in Massachusetts. Like I looked up and I was on the phone with Jen when I looked at these cases. There's cases from like mid 90s to early 90s that are still haven't been completely solved. Some of them you can't really help to solve them, but some of them you can. And there's like, and I'm not doing this, and people are gonna say I'm doing this for that too because I know this is how people are. But there's one specific one, and I'm doing this just to help the mother because she's like in her 70s now. But her daughter used to work as an employee for Logan Airport in Boston, and she went to go get drinks and stuff for her coworkers on her break, and she never came back to work. They found her a couple of days later in the trunk of her car dead. And they still haven't found her killer.
Wow.
That is
And
horrible.
her mom still, and it was just updated at the end of September in 2020, and it's still an active case. And the reward is for $250,000 to help find any information she can.
I mean, you know what, Fluff? You have a huge heart, and it shows. It doesn't just show to us, but everyone else that has gotten to know you. And I'm not surprised that, you know, you want to help people and help families, friends get closure. And I think you could be really successful.
I hope I am, even with the amount of people I have. I know not everybody watches my channel, even though I have 5,500. Not every single one watches my channel. You know, there's people from like 3.5 years ago that don't watch it at all anymore. They just sit there on their subscriber count and kill the channel. So, I mean, whoever wants to watch the channel will. Whoever don't, that's on them. But whoever wants to help along the way, because what I'm going to do is it's going to be like a 2 or 3 part series for each one. I want to like talk about the case first in my own words, like read it myself, and then record myself explaining the case and what what happened at that time and what they need your help with now in this time and day. So like, you know, whatever I can do to help, I will. But I mean, there's so many of them every day. It's not just in Massachusetts; it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
right. And that's,
I just seen one on the news the other day. A 13-year-old boy went missing, and they still haven't found him. They haven't found him at all yet. So,
Unfortunately, it does happen a lot. you know, there's a lot of unsolved cases, cold cases out there.
You got this, Fluff. You got this. I just feel like with your heart of gold, you're going to help as much as you can. And that's really what matters.
Yeah.
And you know what? At the end of the day, as long as, you feel comfortable doing what you're doing, we're all going to support you. We all already love you and support you as it is. And, we're fans. So if you ever need help, I watch too much IT channel. Mm-hmm. So I feel like maybe I could, help. But, what makes you happy makes us happy.
Appreciate that. It's, I know I can't do a whole lot, but I'll do with what I can with what I have. And I know Jen will help me throughout the steps each way, throughout everything. But it's not just that either. Me and her were talking this morning about... Exactly. Babe, you want to tell them what we were talking about this morning? About the other ideas we had for content?
Why throw me out there for?
Because I want you,
We talked about a lot of things this morning, hon. You want me to get into everything?
No. You know what I mean about like the deja vu type things. And
he asked me what... because I get a lot of deja vu type episodes in my life on a regular basis. And in my spiritual studies, I've looked at every cultural aspect of what they determine deja vu to possibly be, how they explain it, things like that. And so we kind of got into a conversation regarding that. And it's something that piqued his interest and wants to explore into that realm of, why things like that happen, why we think we've seen things, smelt things, tasted things, been places, seen people, that whole soulmate connection, kind of the karmic relationships that people experience, where it's the belief system that people will meet each other in future lives until they get, the relationships correct, things like that. And it's all intriguing to him. And so he's really starting to get into that aspect of things and get into the idea of, how that all blends together into our waking world. So he's going to start kind of venturing into a future. So,
and the reason why I'm doing
and right now he's getting help
because I'm still a noob.
What were you saying, babe?
Well, you're getting into meditation and stuff. He's been really getting into like meditative, centering yourself and things like that. So it's all part of it. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just that type of person that when I think of something and sounds like it's as interesting to me as it would be to other people, I want to make videos on it, or I want to make something out of it for my channel, because it's something different that not everybody sees on YouTube. Especially and there's another one that Jen and I talked about, is why we dream and why we dream what we do when we sleep, and why we have those nightmares as well. And that's another type of thing I want to get into. Like I want to like kind of expand what I do with my channel, not just the paranormal all the time, because that kind of gets boring. That's not popping off as it used to be 10, 15 years ago before YouTube even started. So with all this extra stuff expanding,
before it what?
See, she goes right there. Started.
I was waiting for her to chime in too. Say it so I don't have to.
Feel free. Feel free. He loves it. Smile.
See, look at this. Look at them too. I don't think I've ever, Jen, I've never seen you on a panel, but Fluff, I've never seen you smile as big as you do. Like,
she doesn't realize how much she makes me smile every day, and I tell her that, and she thinks that, huh?
I'm nothing special. I'm just a person.
To me, you are.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
To me, you are. So whether you want to believe that yourself, babe, or not, you are to me.
See, that's what I say to her every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can think what you want, but to me, you're this.
Yep.
You can't argue with what someone says you mean to them.
Yep.
That's another amazing couple down there.
Yes.
This is about you guys right now.
It's about kind of all of us. And
That's about all of us.
If Grinch and Wacky Up were up here, they would be about them too. And I see Rev's comment, gonna spew on my keyboard.
So we're all gonna go over to Omar's next live and tell him to for people diabetes and all that sweet excuse on Twitter. I would have never done it if it hadn't been for me finding that one on his channel. So you can all blame Omar for it.
Yeah, she found me through Omar. She was watching Omar, and she's seen the videos that I was in because I was in Florida with Omar at the time. So that's how she found me.
All Omar.
And I thanked Omar for that. I told him, you know, if it wasn't for you, she wouldn't have let me.
It's him.
I cannot hear Jen at all.
She just broke up there a little bit because of the connection. Just
the wind.
Try again now, babe.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go back and forth. It's the wind. The winds are whipping. So. Oh, I think she's going to a different area to see if the connection gets better. But yeah, that's
our house.
That's what I want to do for you know, different types of content. And I was talking to Omar about that too, because I know with his paranormal videos, they're not really popping anymore. Like, he'll do them still here and there, but they don't get as much traction as they used to. Because they're so overdone, especially certain locations. They're so overfilmed. So it's like, we'll continue to do that, what other people are doing, instead of expanding what other people aren't even looking at.
You're completely right. Like, even, you know, with us, there's a lot of places nearby that other investigators have investigated over and over and over, and same with us, you know. So sometimes places get like blown up and people don't want to watch that over again and stuff like that. So, you know, it gets rough sometimes.
It definitely does. I mean, like the bigger known locations, you know, like what's that one location? Bobby Mackey's, Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Yeah.
The Queen Mary. You know, the list goes on with those known locations. So many people go there to film that, and it's kind of all the same unless you do your own thing with it.
It kind of gets repetitive.
Like if you spin yours around differently compared to what other people does on their channel, then it's not going to be as good as theirs, or not going to be as good as it was the first time somebody went to that location. Because I can go to the Queen Mary and film a video there, and people are going to see everything that, you know, people are going to see everything that I've never seen, that they've already seen 10, 15 times already. Some people enjoy it.
Rev said it's overdone, and you know those spirits get bored. You're right.
They do.
It happens. You know, they're like, oh, investigators again? Okay.
There's a handful of those locations that I can imagine right now. They're just like, I don't want to do this every night. You know?
Yeah. You know, we have to remember that they also have feelings, and they were once people too, so they could. Yeah,
they can't use their energy all the time for different people, just same location. Like, they're not gonna. That's why I'm just kind of expanding away from that a little bit. Like, I'll do them here and there, but I'm gonna try to do more like abandoned / urbex type things. You know, stuff that are like time capsule type things that are still intact without having the graffiti and anything destroyed, which is very rare to find. And when you find them, you don't give the locations out at all.
No.
Oh no.
They're like it's like a pot of gold. You sit on that thing and you wait.
Like, even today though.
Today we saw, I mean, pristine, clean. It was I mean, there's that natural decay aspect, of course, but other than that, it's not trashed by kids
or other people or squatters.
And I don't know. It was unique to like kind of step into.
Almost like a time portal. You know,
Yeah, it was
that's
a
like
time,
my
like you said,
favorite
time
thing.
capsule. It really was.
Yeah. Like you're going back to when that, you know, you're imagining what that used to look like and run like when it was open.
Yeah.
Whether it's an old movie theater or old bowling alley or whatever it may be. Like those are gems to find when they're in good, pristine condition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't
Wait,
find those.
I'll show you one of my favorite things from today. I don't know if you could actually like see it.
Terry, that's going to be a while before I can even get to the UK with the pandemic.
Yeah. All right, guys. I have to turn. I know, Fluff. You said turn my brightness down, right?
Yeah, that way, because the computer screen kind of. One
We
sec.
found a Corvette today, untouched, not vandalized. I don't know. Maybe going back is better.
There you go.
That was at a location you went to?
Yeah.
Yep. Untouched, unvandalized.
Unscratched. I mean, if it wasn't.
Literally just pure dust.
The last time it was
car.
registered was in 94.
No, it was, I think, 1992.
92, something like that. And it looked like you could, like, tune up that engine, dust it off, and
roll it out of the garage.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, with it sitting though too, and with it being on a location like where it is with the weather change, you'll have to do the brakes over. The brakes are going to be rotted completely.
Yeah, there would be
new tires and everything.
There would be 1,000 things to do to it.
But to see a car, a beautiful car nonetheless, with not smashed out headlights, windshield, back windshield, I was in complete awe, and I was like, wow. I was almost beside myself, and I was like, you know.
No. I lost Lauren for a little bit today because she went to the garages, and I was at a different place, and I turned my back, and I'm like, where'd she go? I lost her.
There she is.
Was that beautiful?
It's my car. So.
It's okay, baby.
Look at that smile.
See? I can't with you. Well, I mean, I can because you two are so adorable. But, like, I just can't.
Like, there's one location that I just thought of. Right? I know he goes to. I forget the name of the place, but there's like an abandoned car sitting outside of this location that he goes to. And it's not easy to get into either. I know he said that before. It kind of looks like an old house, but it isn't. It's something else. I don't know what it was used for, but it was used for one of the wars, one of the old wars back in the day. And there's a car sitting right outside of the house. Like, if I could find the picture, I'd show you.
Is it a green car?
I don't remember, but it's like an old classic, and it's like this overgrown with the vegetation and stuff.
Is it in Mass?
No, it's in I think PA or Baltimore, one of the two. What's up, V? How's it going, sis? There's not bad lighting, babe. The lighting is good.
V.
Is the lighting good? Like, can you guys see Jen at all? Like,
yes.
The lighting is decent.
She's commenting back to everyone.
Yeah, she is.
Not where I belong. I'm the chat, not the panel person.
No. But you do your best though, babe. You do. Like, you know. Not everybody can
be in the back handling the dead.
Not everybody can say they be up on panel and be up on panel for long. Some people don't even make it 5 minutes on panel sometimes. So that's what I'm saying, V. She don't think that either. She don't agree with V. What up, Blue Phoenix? But yeah, it's places like that with the car you showed, like those are time capsules. Like if you can, like if there was a way you can own that property and keep it the way it was in pristine condition, like that's something to hold. That's like keeping an antique car, an antique like item of any sort.
Yeah, I mean, this place was weird. It was like a maze that just kept on going and going and going.
Like, guys, there was like a pristine hot tub in this garage.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
like I said, she got lost in the garage.
The lotto, and I need to buy this property. That's where my head is at. But that means, like, you guys would have to come live with us because it's literally a mansion. Like, like we could fit 5,000 people in this house easily.
That's my big own a huge mansion and everybody I love can come and live with me.
You're gonna tell me no?
5,000?
5,000. There's
in a 3-bedroom house.
In a 3-bedroom house.
There was even a loft in someone's
4 bedrooms.
That kitchen was ginormous. There was a sunroom that we didn't even. There's 2 sunrooms.
Listen, you bring 5,000 people. Someone's sleeping in the kitchen sink. Someone's sleeping in the tub.
Someone's sleeping in the dryer, the washer.
Stone basement. That's where you're gonna sleep.
She's building you a man shed in the back. That's where you.
Guys. Let me show you this.
Now she's got a point to prove here.
As most women do.
Don't they all though? They have to though, just to get that point across.
Look at this. Hot tub time machine.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh no, there's a light.
There you go.
Okay.
You can kind of
I'm
see
gonna
it.
send it to you so you can show it.
Okay.
You know how to do this stuff.
It's just the light that we have in the background.
I told you that
On the back?
I ventured out in that garage.
No, she got lost in the garage.
I actually could almost find my way out. That's a story for another day. But there was also a pool.
She got fascinated by the pool.
It was kind of like
fill it with Jello.
Fill it with Jello.
You know what? Jen and I are buying a McMansion.
Okay.
See ya. You're not invited.
I'll sleep in the sink.
I'll go sleep on the dryer. Just don't turn it on. The blades won't spin anyway. I'm too big for that.
Stop that.
No.
I wasn't meaning that. No.
We would all swim in the pool. We would all use the hot tub. Guys, it was gorgeous. There was a whole room of just a library. Only rich people have that.
I
want a library. I love books.
Let me see if I can find a certain
picture. Floor to ceiling.
Of
just endless shelves. Endless shelf. And, there was the door, there was a beautiful window, and then the rest were just shelves of books, encyclopedias.
Lauren's talking dirty to me. You better make her stop.
What?
Lauren's talking dirty to me. You better make her stop.
But it gets better, Jen. It gets better.
Oh, boy.
So there was that room in the library. But then there was a living room, more books, more encyclopedias with a gorgeous fireplace. I have not seen architecture like that in a long time.
And you really won't anymore much longer because of just all the times changing and everything being destroyed for newer stuff.
Well, people don't even buy actual books anymore. They buy things.
I have to have
hard covers. I like my books. I like my hardbound books.
Yeah, I can't do Kindle or any of that. It makes me nauseous.
I tried, but I fall asleep. I fall asleep reading things on my iPad and my iPhone and stuff like that.
You have to have the hardcover books, the old fashioned.
You know that smell of a new book or even an old book?
Yeah, yes.
Do that with a Kindle. It's
Yeah, Kindles don't come with like a little
spray bottle of scent.
How do you get the author to autograph your Kindle though? Like, how does that work? Because I've had plenty of authors autograph books, so.
That's actually a really good point.
Touche.
So there's these couple locations that this person on TikTok shows, but it's like it shows the before, like what it used to look like when it was running, and then it shows after, and it just blows my mind. I try to find these places because these places are gems. These places are the places that, I mean, some of them have graffiti, but these places will never be seen again if nobody knows where they are.
Well, if you're ever interested, we have our own personal research department right here. She has a PhD in Google. She can find a crack in the earth on the other side of the world in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's her PhD.
You're just being generous.
It's true.
I'm gonna show you guys because it's interesting to me because these places I want to find, but I can't seem to find them. That's before. That's after.
That's that summer camp.
Yeah, I know where that one is.
Well, I don't understand why you don't just ask us.
And that's part one. There's another part to it. There's like other.
Yeah, we know where that one is.
Like these locations, like they used to be something, and now they're just sitting.
I know this one.
Fluff, that's the one we just posted.
Yeah, that's
Really?
the one. That's the one. No, that's the other one.
Oh, Fluff, that's by you. That's the
That's
one I
it.
want to take you and Jen to.
That's right by you.
See, like look at that, like before and after. Like that's
Oh
like
my God.
I know they're around. I just don't know where. I don't know how to like.
You remember I was talking about that resort that's literally, I think, like an hour-ish away from you?
Yeah.
That's the second one you just showed, the one that I want to go with. Go to with you and Jen.
Yeah, I didn't know that. If I didn't show you that, I wouldn't have known that. That would have just.
Yeah, but it would have been so funny when like we roll up and you're like, "That's it."
Good. But it's stuff like that. Like that's what I want to kind of get into. I don't want to be doing like the paranormal all the time because, for one, it's draining. For two, you don't know what to expect when you go into certain locations unless you know it like the back of your hand. But again, you've been there so many times, so it's over filmed. You know, it's.
I just sent you the only then and now that I've ever done. And it took me a lot of research to find the then.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great! Wow, can I show that?
Yeah, go ahead. It was amazing to like sit back and see that. Yeah, it took a little bit of research to find that. Their Yelp page was actually still up, and it was one of the photos on their Yelp.
Huh. That's crazy. But it's stuff like that. It's like you look back at it. It's like people used to be here. People used to do stuff there. Used to do stuff there, and like now it's just sitting. It's being taken over by nature.
Mm-hmm.
Some people know where it is because they live nearby and they destroy it. Some people will go there and they film what they can or document what they can with photos because it's just, it's whatever they can find that's decent to take pictures for.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean, at the same time, though, the people, I don't want to say all the time, but most of the time, it's the people that do explore respectively that want to be able to, one, photograph it because there were once people walking through there, and two, the history of it. That's like really why we started with doing photography, was because we can photograph history.
Yeah.
And that's
you can have that forever too, though.
Yeah.
Like that photograph can be on your phone or your camera, or you can print it out and have it forever.
And that was like the thing. If that security guard had actually said yes, I was taking a picture of the outside today, I would have done it because there's, what a Kirkbride is, the design of the asylum. There's only 2 left in the country, and this was one of them.
And they're
in the middle of like restoring it. And I just wanted, it was like perched up on a hill with the sun hitting it. I'm like, just let me drive up the driveway.
But like the con.
Oh.
They're built with
wood.
Like one of our favorite hospitals were built with like cement, brick, mortar, stuff like that, so they're holding up a little bit better.
This one's missing half the roof on the whole building.
True.
Blue Phoenix is right. I mean, depending on where you are in the country, you'll find things that you wouldn't expect to find.
Mm-hmm.
Depending if the app wants you to find it or not.
Right.
True.
You know, but I still don't know about the whole Randonautica thing. I don't know how it exactly works. I've never used it a whole lot. I've used it maybe 4 times out of the whole time the app's been used. So, you know, I know like it's, you know, like Blue Phoenix just said, Yasko does a lot and he finds a lot, but it takes him time. It doesn't happen right away. It can take him. He can film that one video, that 1 hour long video. He can film that in 3 days. Because not everything's going to be something to put in the video. But, babe, I'm pretty sure there's stuff out in your area or in Arizona.
Out like where I'm currently at. I won't say where I'm currently at. You don't want to do Randonautica out here because Mexico border. It actually takes you over there.
Oh, really?
Out of 10, it'll slide you for a position over there. And I know because we tried it, and like you literally have to drive further in the opposite direction. And then there's a lot of agriculture here, so you're going to end up in the middle of fields and stuff like that where there's canals, and it's probably not the smartest thing to do is to drive out there. We've done it because crazy like that, but probably not the safest idea.
So I mean, I know not in your area generally, sweetheart, but like in Arizona or anywhere in California, like, do you know of any places like that are like, you know, still standing that is worth seeing, like a time capsule type thing? Yeah.
Where I'm currently at, like I said, it's a really old city and old farming community and stuff like that. So there are like abandoned places, like there's abandoned slaughterhouses. There's like 2 of them right where I'm at. We used to go party when I was in high school. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot. There is a lot if you care to go see it. We've all kind of seen it so much in my area that it's, you know, it doesn't really hold too strong of an appeal. But when you're around something all the time, you know, that's normal.
Yeah, that's exactly anywhere you are, like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but you know, for people like me,
places when we were in high school and like make scary stories out of it and stuff. And this is well before the days of YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But now everything's different now. So
everything is, though. It's not the same, and that's the thing that sucks. If YouTube was out back in the say early 90s to now, you know how many places from the early 90s would still be in good shape for you to film or document as photography?
There'd be a lot.
Like how many more places like you'd be?
So back in the 90s, still be here.
Yeah. I mean, you could also look up, I mean, at least here, some historical sites are abandoned. Well, technically not like abandoned, I want to say, but like the buildings are not used anymore, but like you might be able to take a tour. We have some historical even towns around where we are. Like our town is was World War.
Everyone's
cemetery in the middle of our Home Depot parking lot.
You kind of froze there when you were saying what.
Kind of creepy.
You froze there at the part you were talking about, like at the beginning.
Oh, we are. All right, our town is. I believe it was a World War II base, and we have a cemetery in our Home Depot parking lot, like from back in the day. So, I mean, you could always try and look for like stuff like that as well, like historical sites where you could maybe take pictures of the outside or look through a window.
Yeah.
We also have, I think it's Teddy Roosevelt's home, and like all the stuff is inside, along with his
All the
pet
original stuff.
cemetery.
All the original stuff of his.
Yep.
Really.
Yeah, it's his original home. Everything is upkept, I believe, from I
Like
can't.
that's insane to even know, like to even think that Teddy Roosevelt and all his belongings still in that house. And it's
Yeah,
just not been taken, it's not been destroyed, nothing.
it's pretty incredible to be honest. You could also take tours. I think it's the historical society that takes care of everything. I might be wrong. But it's even just like beautiful to walk around the property. They have some of the old farmhouses, and it's just huge piece of history. And he's actually buried not far from there, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow. So he's not too far from his house anyway.
Yeah, it's not too far from where his house is. It's beautiful. I'll just like show you guys and hopefully take you guys there.
Like that's babe, you know how I am. That's stuff that I want to see when I'm out there too, whatever I can. Of course, whatever is available for me to see.
Yeah, there's always cool stuff, and especially when you're around your hometown or like near it. The people that have been there the longest always know like the coolest places or the history. Like we actually filmed one of our videos and I had no idea until after the fact. It was a resort, and my dad's side of the family actually got to stay there, like when he was really young. My dad always says, don't trespass. Something's gonna happen. And this one time, he's like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. And I used to hang out at a pool. It was like a country club type thing. I grew up in the same town that my mother grew up in as well, and my aunt. And so I used to hang out at an abandoned pool where my mom and my aunt as kids used to go swimming.
Oh, wow.
So, like, I'm sure, like, Jen, like, really amazing places that, like, the outsider wouldn't know as well,
Of course.
So, and I'm sure, Fluff, the same goes for you over there, And it's just like some of that stuff, like just like the information from living in that place, like you just know really cool spots, whether it's available or not,
Like that's the thing though too, is I've never been good at looking up locations and actually making sure that the places are still there. I kind of just look them up and go by with what they're saying from that point on, from that day that I'm looking at them. So I'm assuming when I go to a certain location, it's going to be there. So I've gone to Plymouth, Mass, and there's supposed to be an old hospital there that used to take care of a lot of sick patients. Like I think they had like tuberculosis patients or whatever. And that place has since been demolished like 5 years prior. 5 years before, before they were updated. Like even with Google Earth though too, because I mean maybe I'm just not doing it right, and I usually don't do that type of stuff right anyway. But Westboro Asylum in Westboro, Mass. That place was still standing when I went there, but it was in the process of being demolished. Just I went at night, so the fences were around. The tunnels were still accessible, but they since put concrete on the tunnel so you can't get to them, and now they're all condos. People live there.
We were a few years too late into exploring, and I actually, like, I think messaged someone on Instagram, like, hey, like, would you want to, like, switch, like, trade locations? And they're like, I totally would, but this is Westboro, and it's demoed.
Yeah. And that's what I had my opportunity to go in there, too. and Jen don't know the story either. I don't think I've ever told her.
Probably not.
But probably not. Probably haven't. Me and Lou went to this location, to that Westboro Asylum. And we went at night. I think it was like towards the end of the winter of 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2018. And we had found a way in. Like, there's, you know how the fences are around abandoned places that are getting demolished. There's always an empty, or not an empty, but there's always a torn part of the fence somewhere where people try getting in from prior times. And he found an opening. So he's like, all right, let's go. Found the opening. So I'm walking behind him. I'm a couple feet behind him, like 2 or 3 feet behind him. And I start feeling myself go down, like sinking into the mud, because the mud was kind of frozen, but it was still wet from the night before because it rained. So here I am sinking in the mud as he's already under the fence on the other side. And I'm like knees deep into the mud. So I'm crawling myself out of the mud to the concrete, lost my shoes in the mud, and just ended up leaving the location because I didn't have my shoes and I wasn't going to go into an abandoned place without shoes on. And he's like, come on, we're already here. I'm over this fence already. Let's go. I'm like, dude, my feet are frozen. I have no other shoes with me. I'm not going in. I'm covered in mud. He's like, all right, whatever, let's go. And that was my only time of trying to get into that place, and I never did. Never did.
That's when you go to like Walmart, buy like a $5 pair of shoes, and be like.
And Walmart was 10 minutes down the street, but I was already frozen. I didn't want to freaking go to Walmart, so I just went back to his place.
I can't tell you how many times like I've stopped at a Walmart, Kmart.
Mm-hmm. You have a spare pair of shoes in the car.
Yeah, I've learned that you always have to bring extra clothes, extra everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an embalmer. I always for everything in the car.
Yeah. Well, I've learned that the hard way. I bring stuff now extra with me, but before when I was starting to go to these locations, I never brought extra stuff.
You didn't know.
But you know, I feel like this hobby is all about constantly learning. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you learned the hard way. I had to learn the hard way that windows are not my friends.
No.
And, you know, it's all a learning experience.
I almost had to pull you through one yesterday.
No, I did well on that one. That was ground floor.
There was a moment where you were.
I was second guessing myself.
She was psyching herself out.
I mean, there's a few occasions where I've gotten stuck in a window, and then that night it looks like I was violently like slaughtered by something. But no, it's just, you know, just the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's awful. So now I know to try the doors first.
See, I'm a big guy. So when I went to Lakeville Hospital, they don't have any big openings. They don't. It's narrow, and it's your only way unless you want to start climbing to the second floor to get into the broken window. So I walked through, because there's different ways you can get to the hospital. I walked through the back. I parked at Walgreens across the street. Go across the street where they're building a new funeral home where there used to be houses there, and walk that back path to the back entrance of the hospital. Crawling underneath the door at the top of the door is boarded up. Bottom part of the glass is just broken and open. Crawl underneath there, and then you get to another set of doors, and they're all boarded up. You can still, or there's an empty doorway where you can walk through. Then there's all the other doors that lead into the main entrance, where there's like a desk and stuff, but you have to crawl through. So mind you, there's maybe this much space for me to crawl through, and I barely made it. And I had to do an army crawl. Wow. And I don't crawl. If I can't get into a place, I don't go in.
I would have turned my tush around, and I would have.
Yeah, I didn't because that place I wanted to film. So I got on my stomach. There's like a file cabinet there that somebody put there because there was only that to crawl on to get through that small little window opening that you had. So I did that and got through there. I'm surprised I got through because I didn't think I was going to. I thought I would have to send my friend across the street to Walgreens to get some sort of butter or Crisco or something to get my ass out of there. Because that's how narrow the hole was. Like, I barely made it.
But see, I have found out that our bodies do some amazing things for some awesome abandoned locations.
And it never hurts to have a friend on the inside and the outside, because a good old push and pull.
I only had one person with me. I only go with one person or maybe two, and that's it. I don't go with a whole bunch of people.
No,
yeah, we don't do that. We don't do the large.
I mean, we've done one large group, but it's a fairly easy location, so it's not, it's not horrible. But most of the time, it's either us and like one or two other people, or just us, because
it's easier to control the environment and the sound and just where people are, and you're not contaminating your evidence as easily. Yeah, so I get that. The large group, anything's possible, pretty much.
Yeah, I also just feel like if someone's also new to investigating or just even exploring, we kind of have some like ground rules, so to speak. Like,
we have a contract.
It's not a contract.
It's a joke.
It's not so much the rules, it's just so much of how you want to have things set up to get in there.
But
yeah,
it's also
understanding.
We don't want to get caught, and especially if they're new. Like, we've been doing this for a bit, and I mean,
it's more of like we respect these locations, we respect the spirits especially. So if we do not feel like you're capable of that, then do not ask us to go anywhere. Also, like, we're going into abandoned locations where most of the time you legitimately have no cell service at all. So there has to be some type of relationship, because you don't know what you're going to encounter inside, whether it's paranormal or not. And you want to have people that, God forbid, someone falls through a floor, they're going to help you get your ass out of there instead of just leaving you there to potentially just rot.
And that's why I won't go to a location that I know has dangerous flooring or ceiling above. I just won't go. It's just not it's not worth risking anything for a video. You don't know how well that video is going to do.
When I lived out in Arizona, our big thing was not so much the flooring and stuff like that. It's what could be in there, like snakes, spiders, scorpions. So I had a full first aid kit with me at all times. And I knew
it's actually a really smart idea.
That is, yeah. Now that you said that, babe, that is a smart idea that nobody's ever thought of.
No, you should always like extra batteries, extra everything, and your first aid kit that is prepared for your area. So, like, if I go to Massachusetts, I don't think I'm worried about rattlesnakes, but where I'm at, it is a concern. So I've seen people accidentally kick them all the time. They'll slither down the street, different types of,
I got the chills from that, Jen.
Oh, I've had to pick up several rattlesnakes and get them out of my parents' house.
Nope. Sell the house. Sell the house.
There's no way.
Snakes are one of my biggest fears.
Scorpions are a common thing. That's why everybody has their UV flashlights with them to see where they're at, because they light up, they glow. And you just have to be careful. Be smart.
Well, fun fact, carrying a UV light in California.
Mostly Arizona. California, not as much, but Arizona, big time.
Yeah. What about Nevada?
Glow? Can you elaborate, please?
They glow like neon green. It's like, it looks like.
I believe it. I've seen it. I believe it.
Go look up UV light scorpion. They're a legit thing. They go
They're
ahead,
legit, yeah.
yeah, and they'll take them and they'll remove them from your property. They'll ask you,
Yeah.
like we used to get them all the time, knock on our door and ask if they could look for.
Her face.
You can cross all those locations off from Arizona now because she ain't going.
You want to live in like Flagstaff or something where it snows. They don't come out.
I like feel the panic setting in.
No,
We are
no.
not going to Arizona.
I personally didn't encounter a whole lot of scorpions, but my neighbors did. Go figure. So yeah, I had one in my yard one time. One.
In your what?
car?
My yard. My front
Oh,
yard.
I would have burned the car.
I
Bonfire roasting marshmallows with the car.
found a spider in my car one time and I almost burnt my car for that. I was like,
Oh, I almost crashed my car.
No, she'll park it on the side of the road and leave it, and then she'll call me and
I
be
almost crashed the
like, "There's
car.
a spider in there."
There was
where are
one
you?
time
on spiders.
I was driving.
Well, good to know.
This
I don't
was
do spiders either.
past summer.
I don't mind them.
And we got these. They're like the size of a quarter. Okay, that is big for me.
Wait, Fluffy, what are they the size of?
What?
Man,
A quarter?
Hey,
And let me tell you, these hairy mother effers jump. They jump. Can you believe that? Well, yes. Scorpions glow too, apparently. And let me tell you, I go to put my car in reverse to back out of our driveway, and all of a sudden I see this hairy thing comes from the depths of hell. And I put that car in park so fast, and I've never ran so fast in my life. And I was screaming at Ethan. I had our son screaming because he ate spiders. It was a shit show. My car was in the middle of the street.
See, I don't do bees, and I think we encountered the only bee in the entire state of New York today. Somehow. I don't do them.
It looks like a murder hornet.
It was like a murder hornet, somehow still alive in New York State
Like,
after they survived like -5 degrees.
Can you see? It was like literally like that big.
Then it picked our car to just swarm at the only rest stop that we stopped at.
New York has to have yellow license plates now.
So they're attracted to the yellow. This thing was just flying around the license plate. Why? Why do we have to do yellow? We've changed them like 4 times in the last like 2 years.
I like my parents' license plates. It's like the white and the blue. I miss that. So when I got my first car, I thought I was getting the white and blue license plate. They roll out with the yellow one. I said, bring it back. Give me the old
But
one.
now we got the new white one.
The new, it's like blue, white, and yellow.
One?
It's pretty though.
It's pretty, but it's like the fifth one.
I didn't put my license plate on my car. I just got them in the mail like 2 days ago.
There you go.
I just
What color are your guys' lights? Your guys' license plates?
They're white and blue.
See? Simple.
Oh, and California is in red writing. We saw one today.
I know Mass.
Yeah, California's in red whiting, but the back plate is white and then it's blue. Unless they changed it. I don't know.
How do I remember that? That was odd.
Listen, I don't know what made New York want to make this like reflective vest, safety vest, yellow, orange reflective plate. I have no idea.
I gotta move my legs.
This is what Massachusetts plates look like. I mean, they've changed since like years ago, but you know,
yeah,
this is the typical license plate right there from Mass. You know, they have the older ones where they're all green and not just red. Then you got ones with, you know, people can get different
design.
Yeah, in Arizona, you can get like the all black ones, like the Route 66 historic ones. You can get those.
Well, good thing we don't need an Arizona license plate because she's never going there.
I actually went when I was 14 years old, fun fact, but I never saw a scorpion.
My mom grew up in Arizona. She tells us stories all the time. She had scorpions, tarantulas, everything.
Oh, yeah, she's got no problem.
She's got no problem with spiders because she grew up around them. She like would tell stories. She woke up like sleeping.
Burn the house down. I don't want them.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
Babe, but there's some in Nevada too. I'm assuming there's some in Nevada too, right?
If a spider is able to actually bear its fangs at me, no, I'm done.
Those are the hairy, jumpy ones that we have. They have big fangs, and they're like legit rainbow. I caught it in a water bottle.
Yeah, she catches them in different types of plastic containers and then leaves them for me when I get home from work.
Hold on, guys. I have pictures of it.
Oh no, I don't want to see.
No, I think I'm gonna wrap this up.
What is it? Oh my god, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we've been live for almost an
so
hour,
much today.
but yeah,
How is it 11 o'clock?
Time flies with friends, you know that.
exactly. But I got research more to do for these upcoming videos. I gotta get done because I'm slacking on those. Jen's already told me I'm slacking. I was supposed to have a cold case video filmed.
You guys need to have him check the text messages I sent threatening his life because he was asleep earlier.
Oh yes.
If you're
We were driving and Lauren's like, I just got this text. I think Fluffy passed out. And I'm like,
this fool can sleep.
Why am I doing 90?
That's why I was like, we're supposed to be live in 30 minutes. Get up. And he was just like, nothing. I was like, fine. 10 minutes before, he messages back. And he's like, I'm so sorry.
I'm not going to lie. Like, when I read your text, I was like,
she's going to kill her.
I was like, but Fluff, like, I'll drive to Massachusetts and wake you up if you want.
That guy up.
I know if I don't ever wake up like that again for Jen, I know she'll fly. Like she'll legit fly over and slap me awake. She wouldn't.
You made me put on makeup and you're sleeping?
Yeah, right. You made me get ready for all this and you're still sleeping.
Which does look gorgeous, by the way.
Yes, always. Yes, it does.
Yes,
Stop.
it does.
All right, guys.
Girl,
Everyone in the chat, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with us in the chat. I'll talk to y'all later.